In fact, an email from somebody in the ministry actually said they want to reduce the burden of unnecessary processes such as routine inspections. Can you imagine that? To think that routine inspections that are meant to keep the people of this province safe and alive while at work is considered a burden by this Liberal government. I'd also like to read something from a Ministry of Labour inspector. He says, Ministry of Labour inspectors have written thousands of orders to contraventions, thousands of health and safety contraventions to which orders are written by health and safety inspectors on proactive field visits, thousands of violations, thousands of contraventions, thousands of orders. Yet this government wants to take away the oversight of the Ministry of Labour inspectors who go in and find these issues and bring them up and have them corrected before somebody is hurt or before somebody dies. And as the member from Windsor-Tecumseh pointed out, in Windsor alone since April, since the day of mourning, there have been 4 deaths. 4 deaths. And we have a government who stood here and supported, and I applaud him for his private member's bill, stating that the flags at all government buildings, whether that's municipal or provincial, should be lowered for the day of mourning to recognize those hurt or killed on the job. But it's not enough for the government side to support lowering a flag. They actually have to support the workers and make sure there's legislation in place that protects them. What they're doing is taking away that protection, and by doing time allocation, they're taking away the voice of the people in this province. They've now put in place that you have to table amendments by Friday. So anybody that's watching this or is going to read it in the Hansard later, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and we're giving until Friday to table amendments, and by next week, they'll have pushed it through committee and already made it law, they being the government, certainly not this side of the House. And in the 2 minutes I have left, I just wanted to point out that this year, 2016, September 2016, the Minister of Labour marched in a parade with Labour leaders and workers here in Toronto for the Labour Day parade, a day that honours the workers of Ontario. Little more than 2 months later, the same minister, and it was unprecedented to have the Minister of Labour march in a Labour Day parade. That tells you a lot, that they've never had a Minister of Labour march before with them. The same 2 months later, that same minister is helping his government, the Wynne Liberal government, shut down debate, shut out the voices of Labour leaders and workers, and pushing through legislation that removes independent oversight of health and safety in the workplace, putting thousands of people at risk. Workers across this province are now at more risk of being seriously injured on the job or dying. So to the Minister of Labour, who had the honour, and it is an honour, when you have Labour leaders and workers ask you to join them in a Labour Day parade honouring the work that they do on behalf of all of us, that benefits all of us. It's an honour when they ask you to march in their parade. It's not enough to show up and march in the parade and pose for pictures. You actually have to protect the people who had asked you to march with them. You have to protect the workers from all across this province. And Schedule 16 and Schedule 17 of this omnibus bill, this Bill 70, should not even be in Bill 70. But what that does is basically say that it's more important for the Minister of Labour to have his photo ops than actually support the people that he marched with on Labour Day.